The night is quiet to quiet until a single scream cuts through the dark streets of St. John's. By the time the sirens arrive, the truth is already gone. Someone wanted this crime to happen. And they wanted it to hurt. Hudson doesn't know it yet, but this case is about to test everything he believes in, and Rex feels the danger before anyone else does. Rain falls slowly as police lights flash against empty buildings. The crime scene sits in the middle of a silent street. Wrapped in caution tape, a man lies dead near his car, his phone smashed on the ground beside him. At first glance, it looks like a robbery gone wrong. No witnesses, no clear answers, just another name added to a growing list of unsolved cases. But Hudson knows better. He stands still, looking at the body, letting the scene speak to him. Something about this feels planned, too clean, too calm. Rex moves ahead, nose close to the ground, ears sharp. He stops suddenly and looks back at Hudson. Not a bark, not a sound, just a look that says something is wrong. Hudson trusts that look more than any report. He kneels down and notices small details others miss. The wallet is still there. The watch is untouched. Whoever did this did not want money. They wanted a moment. They wanted control. The team begins to gather facts, but Hudson's mind drifts. The victim is not a stranger. The name hits harder than expected. Hudson remembers it from an old file, a case from years ago that never fully closed, a case that followed him longer than it should have. He feels the weight of it pressing on his chest. But he keeps his voice steady. This is not the time for doubt. This is the time for focus. Rex suddenly pulls toward a dark alley nearby. Hudson follows without hesitation. Hidden behind a dumpster is a small object, easy to miss in the rain. A piece of fabric, torn and soaked. It does not belong to the victim. It belongs to someone else. Someone who was here longer than they should have been. Someone who watched, waited, and walked away. Back at the station, the case starts to come together, but not in a clean way. Every answer leads to another question. The victim had no clear enemies, no recent trouble, no reason to be targeted. Yet everything about the crime says this was personal. Hudson feels eyes on him, even when the room is empty. Like the case itself is watching him, daring him to remember something he tried to forget. As the night grows deeper, Rex stays close to Hudson's side, not playful, not relaxed, alert, protective. Hudson rests a hand on Rex's head, grounding himself. Whatever this case is, it's not finished. The killer didn't just take a life, they sent a message, and somehow Hudson knows that message was meant for him. Morning light fills the station. But the mood stays heavy. The team works fast, pulling records, checking cameras, tracing the victim's last steps. One name rises quickly to the top. A man with a past. Someone who once argued with the victim over a business deal that went bad. On paper, it looks solid. Motive, history, and a timeline that almost fits. Almost. Hudson listens as the details are shared, but his face stays tight. Something about it feels too simple, like a story told to end the conversation early. They bring the suspect in for questioning. He looks nervous, eyes darting, hands shaking just enough to seem real. He talks too much, filling the silence with excuses and half-truths. He says he was home all night, alone, watching old movies. No proof, no witnesses. The kind of story cops hear every day. The room feels tense, but Hudson does not push yet. He lets the man talk, lets him relax into his lies. Rex waits outside the room, calm but watchful. When the suspect walks past him later, Rex stiffens, his body goes still, his eyes locked. Hudson notices Rex does not react like this without reason. Hudson asks for a pause before charges are filed. Some of the team is not happy. They think they have their man. They want this case closed fast. Hudson asks for time, and time is something the department does not like to waste. Back at the crime scene footage, Hudson slows everything down, frame by frame. Street cameras show the suspect's car nearby. But the timestamp is wrong, off by minutes, just enough to matter. Rex noses at the screen, then turns away, clearly uninterested. Hudson follows that instinct. If Rex is not convinced, neither is he. A witness comes forward later that day. A woman who lives across the street. She claims she saw the suspect near the victim's car. Her voice shakes as she speaks. Her story sounds clean, rehearsed. To clean, Hudson asks simple questions. The answers come fast, without thought. That worries him more than silence ever could. Rex suddenly pulls toward the witness's bag, sniffing hard. The room goes quiet. Inside the bag is a phone, still wet from rain. The same model as the victim's broken phone. The woman freezes. Her eyes drop. The truth cracks through her calm face. She admits she lied. Someone paid her to say what she said. She never saw the suspect at all. The room fills with anger and confusion. If the suspect did not do it, and the witness was planted, then someone else is pulling strings. Someone who knows how police work. Someone who expected them to take the easy path. Hudson feels the case tightening around him, like a trap slowly closing. The suspect is released, angry and shaken. Another dead end, another mistake avoided. But barely. Hudson looks at Rex and nods. This was not about speed. It was about misdirection. The killer wanted the wrong person blamed. They wanted the truth buried under simple answers. As night falls again, Hudson realizes this case is smarter than most, patient, careful, and dangerous. Whoever planned this is still watching, still waiting. And now they know Hudson is not fooled. The case refuses to slow down, and neither does the pressure on Hudson. Every new detail adds weight instead of clarity. The board in the briefing room is covered with photos, names, and half-finished timelines. But none of it lines up cleanly. Hudson stands in front of it longer than anyone else, staring without really seeing. The answers are there somewhere, but they refuse to come together. This is the kind of case that punishes doubt, and doubt has started to creep in. A meeting with command turns tense. They want results. The media is already asking questions. And the department looks bad chasing shadows. Hudson is warned quietly, but firmly, that this case cannot drag on. He nods, says the right things, but inside he feels the old fear rising. He has been here before. Years ago, another case, another victim, another moment where pressure forced a choice too soon. That mistake never left him. Back on the street, Hudson walks the victim's last known route again. Same sidewalk, same corners, same cold air. He remembers doing this once before, standing in the same kind of silence, promising himself he would not miss the truth next time. Rex stays close, moving only when Hudson moves. There is comfort in that steady presence, even when Hudson does not realize he needs it. A new clue comes in, small but troubling. The victim had contacted Internal Affairs weeks before his death. No official report was filed, but the call was logged. Hudson's chest tightens as he reads it. This was not just a murder. It was a warning. Someone wanted to shut the victim up before he spoke. And if that is true, then the danger spreads wider than expected. Hudson shares the information with the team, but not everyone agrees on what it means. Some think it's coincidence. Others think it's too risky to chase without proof. Voices rise. Trust cracks. Hudson feels the distance growing between him and the people he usually relies on. Leadership becomes lonely when no one wants to follow you into the dark. Late that night, Hudson sits alone at his desk. The station is quiet. Lights low, the hum of machines filling the space. Rex lies at his feet, eyes open, watching. Hudson rubs his face, tired in a way sleep cannot fix. He wonders if he is too close to this case, if his past is blinding him instead of guiding him. The thought scares him more than any threat ever could. Rex suddenly stands and places his head on Hudson's knee. The simple gesture breaks through the noise in Hudson's mind. He takes a deep breath. This is why he trusts Rex. No second guessing, no fear of being wrong. Just instinct and loyalty. Hudson reviews the evidence again. This time slower, he notices something new. The timing of events matches another case from years ago. Different victim, same pattern. Same silence afterward. His hands shake slightly as he connects the dots. This is not a single act. It's part of something unfinished. The realization hits hard. The killer is not reacting. They are continuing a plan. And if Hudson is right, then this case was always meant to pull him in. Not by chance, but by design. The investigation shifts in a quiet but powerful way. While the team debates theories and timelines, Rex works without noise or doubt early in the morning. Hudson takes Rex back to the original crime scene, now cleaned and empty. To most people, it's just another street again. To Rex, it still holds memory. He moves slowly, nose low, tail steady, following a trail no one else can see. Rex stops near a storm drain and begins to dig lightly at the edge. Hudson watches, curious but patient. Inside the drain is a small metal object, scratched and worn. A key, not to a car, not to a home. Hudson recognizes the shape immediately. It belongs to a storage locker, the kind used to hide things meant to stay forgotten. This is not luck. This is planning. The locker is found on the edge of the city, far from cameras and crowds. The air inside is cold and stale. Rex enters first, alert and focused. Inside are old boxes, dust-covered files, and sealed envelopes marked with dates. From years ago, Hudson's heart sinks as he opens them. These are case files, unsolved ones, each connected by a single detail most people ignored at the time. Every victim tried to expose something. Corruption, secrets, deals made in silence. Each one was stopped before the truth came out. Hudson realizes the killer isn't just ending lives, they're erasing voices. And the most terrifying part is how long they've been doing it. Among the files is a photo that makes Hudson freeze. A younger version of himself stands near a crime scene from years ago, the same case that still haunts him. The killer knows Hudson, has studied him, maybe even chosen him. Rex senses the shift in Hudson's body and moves closer, standing between Hudson and the door like a shield. The team analyzes the locker contents, and a pattern becomes clear. The killer always stays one step ahead, using others to mislead police, fake witnesses, false suspects, clean escapes. This is someone who understands the system from the inside. Someone who knows exactly how much truth can be hidden in plain sight. As the day goes on, Rex grows restless. His ears twitch at sounds no one else reacts to. Hudson notices. Rex keeps returning to one file in particular, nudging it with his nose. Inside is a name not yet linked to the case. A former contractor with access to secure buildings and police schedules. Someone who disappeared from records years ago. Before Hudson can act on the lead, a call comes in. A break-in at the storage facility. Someone tried to destroy the locker. After they left, they are not just watching the investigation. They are reacting to it fast. That night, Hudson realizes Rex may be in danger. The killer knows how important Rex is. Knows Rex sees what others can't. Hudson locks eyes with his partner and feels a chill. This case has crossed a line. It's no longer just about solving a crime. It's about protecting the one being that has never failed him. The city feels tense, like it's holding its breath. Hudson knows they can't just chase shadows anymore. Whoever is behind this is too careful, too patient. They won't make a mistake unless they believe they are winning. That leaves only one option. Hudson decides to let them think they are in control. He shares selected information with the team, carefully choosing what to reveal and what to hold back. The false lead is planted, pointing to a public location tied to one of the old cases. The idea is simple but dangerous. If the killer is watching, they will move to protect their secrets. And when they move, they will expose themselves. Rex stays close as the plan unfolds. Hudson watches him more than usual, noticing every sound, every shift in posture. Rex is alert, focused, ready. Hudson hates involving him in something this risky, but he also knows Rex is the key. Without Rex, they're blind. Night falls as officers take their positions. The location is quiet, almost peaceful. Too peaceful. Hudson's radio crackles softly, updates coming in one by one. No movement, no sign of trouble. Doubt creeps in. Maybe the killer saw through the trap. Maybe they're smarter than Hudson gave them credit for. Then Rex stiffens. His ears snap forward, body low, eyes fixed on a dark shape moving at the edge of the light. Hudson follows Rex's gaze just as a shadow slips behind a row of abandoned vehicles. Hudson signals the team, heart pounding, "This is it," before backup can close in. Everything falls apart. A loud crash echoes through the lot. A smoke device hits the ground, filling the air in seconds. Radios scream with interference. Orders overlap. Confusion spreads fast. Hudson reaches for Rex, but the leash goes slack. Rex is gone. Panic hits Hudson harder than any bullet ever could. He shouts Rex's name, fighting through the smoke, ignoring commands to pull back. Footsteps echo nearby, then fade. The smoke clears enough for Hudson to see the truth. This was never just a trap. It was a distraction. The killer didn't come to stop Hudson. They came to take Rex. The team regroups. But Hudson barely hears them. His mind races, replaying every moment, every choice. He realizes the killer didn't fear the police. They feared Rex, feared what Rex could uncover. That makes Rex the real target. A message arrives minutes later. No voice, no face, just coordinates. And a short line of text sent from an untraceable device. "Come alone." Hudson's hands shake as he pockets the phone. Command orders him to wait, to slow down, to follow procedure. Hudson doesn't argue. He simply turns and walks away. This is no longer an investigation. This is personal.